Like,
It's gonna be opposite. Guys, did you just fire away? Any questions?
Now,
Let's
and
go.
what would you say was the biggest difference for
you know what? For this fight, I think I was overweight, man. I think I was overweight. I think I didn't move the way that I wanted to. I think me thinking that I was gonna be bigger and heavier, it was gonna benefit me, and tell you the truth, it really didn't. But no excuses, you know. Anthony Joshua did his thing, and he got the victory.
No, 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 no.
obviously the pictures you looked a lot slimmer. Were you slimmer and then you put on the weight, or was that just
I was slimmer. I put on the weight, and it was my mistake, you know. And you know, I think I felt too confident and all that, but I think I should have trained harder. I should have did and listened to my team and to my coaches, and you know, nobody really knows about the training that we had, you know, but we did the best we can, and I just can't wait for the next fight. You know, he won one, so let's do the trilogy.
Andy, last question for me. What did you guys say to each other in the ring afterwards? You guys were hugging, you guys had a real deep conversation. What did you guys say?
Exactly. That I won one, he won one, and we're gonna go to the third one.
Sorry? Hold on. No, not on the floor. Not on the floor.
I think just the heart that I have, you know, I'm not scared of any of my opponents, you know, and if I would have let my hands go just like I did on June 1st, I think I would have won. I would have won this fight, and like I said, I should have trained harder. I should have listened to my coaches more, and maybe I shouldn't have put on all this weight that I did, and I would have been more faster, and I would have thrown more. I got him hurt a few times, and I let him survive. But I think that was one of the mistakes that I did. But like I said, I won one, he won one. Let's do the next one. Yeah, you know, he was boxing his life out, you know, but like I said, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for me, besides me not training as hard and putting on his weight, so it was a good victory for him.
Andy, early on you got some...
Why didn't you train harder?
Where is it? Oh, man.
Why didn't you train harder? What's the...
I don't know. You know, there's just a lot of things that was going on my plate, you know. But like I said, there's no excuse. I learned from my mistakes. I know what I didn't do and what I should have did for the camp, and it paid off, you know. But I learned from my mistakes, and I know I'll be ready for the next one.
Early on, Andy, he had some good punches that made some good bloodshot on your face. How did that affect you in any way?
You know, it affected me a little bit. You know, I couldn't see really good for the left eye, but I think I maintained good. I think I should have pressured more. I think I was waiting too much. My arms wasn't fluid like it usually is, you know, and I think it was because of the weight. And, you know, I waited too heavy, you know, and I wasn't able to throw my combinations, but the cut, it messed me up a little bit, but us warriors and us fighters in there, we try to ignore the cut and we do our best to do our job.
Andy, del mundo de deportes, esperaste hasta el último asalto, los últimos 10 segundos para invitarlo a pelear contigo al centro del ring. ¿Por qué esperaste tanto y qué mensaje le tiene a tu afición mexicana?
Pues yo creo era el peso que subí de mucho, no podía tirar las combinaciones que yo tiro y yo creo que él tenía miedo a poner frente a pelear como hombres, pero ese era su estilo, él quería boxear, pero yo no hice lo que tenía que hacer y toda la raza que me anda apoyando, los perdono porque yo siento que le hice abajo. Si Dios quiere para la otra voy a tener la victoria y voy a ser más mejor, me voy a poner más listo, más firme y vamos a agarrar esta victoria.
Andy Ruiz, ESPN Los Angeles, Nazir again. Other question is, if you were to have a rematch, the third rematch, where would you have it? In the USA, and what would you do different? How would this fight go different from the first fight and tonight?
I think I'll prepare myself a lot more, from being the champion my first time. It was kind of hard, from being over here and over there, missing training, and like I said, I don't want to have no excuses, but I know I'm gonna work my ass off. And look, being not that great a shape, look at how I did. I did pretty good. I took all his shots. I thought I should have just pressured more and let my hands go. I think that's what I needed to do. And I got him a few times. He got me a few times. I ate his punches, and if we would have went toe to toe, I think that's when I was connecting. But I know for the trilogy, I know I'm going to be a lot better. And it doesn't matter where it's at. If it's here, even better. I want to redeem myself here in Saudi Arabia.
How are you feeling physically after the fight? Are you okay? Are your injuries all right? Just wanted to check on you.
Yeah, I'm okay. Besides the cut that I have, I'm just a little disappointed. And me and my dad and my team were talking that I should have listened to them, and I shouldn't have put on all this weight. I try to kind of do the training on my own, and I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to my dad. I should have listened to them more. I think I got too confident on myself, and like I said, there's no excuses. He won, I won one, and I know for the third one I'm going to be a lot better.
Andy, back here. When did you know in camp that you hadn't trained enough? Was there a point where you said to myself, man, it's too late now and I should have trained more?
There was, and I think we started too late, and I don't want to say the 3 months of partying or of that I had, celebrating and whatnot kind of affect me, because to tell you the truth, it kind of did. But what can I say? Just learn this mistake, and I'm glad I learned it now that I'm still young. This is just the beginning for me, and there's a lot more fights coming soon.
And you were mentioning before that it might have affected your arms and needed less fluid. Do you think it also affected your foot speed and the way you cut off the ring?
It sure did. I was just following him. I felt like I wasn't doing what I do best. I wasn't letting my hands go. I was letting myself open. I was taking all his best shots. But I know for the next one I'm gonna be a lot better.
What would you do differently in your next game? What would you do differently other than what you've done?
What would I do different? Listen to my coach and listen to my dad, and be more concentrated in the fight. Take it more serious. Like I said, I think there's no excuse. Just train harder and take it more serious. There's a lot of responsibility being the champion of the world. So I think the partying and all this stuff got the best of me. But next time is gonna be a lot better.
And Peter from 5 News, right here. You're talking a lot about what you did wrong. Could you tell us what Anthony did well in the ring? Because he was a different fighter. Out there in New York, obviously you were a different fighter, but he also was a completely different fighter. More control, less risk, but very, very well.
I think the only thing he did good was just move around as much as he can, you know. And when I would throw, when I would let my hands go, I would land, you know. I would land punches, and I think from being overweight, it kind of held me back. It held me back. I think I was just looking for 1-2 punches instead of the usually that I am throwing 4 or 5 punches. And I think that's what got the best of me. But you know, he did a good job. He got me with a lot of different jabs, and
I'm saying it was more you than his performance, because this is a feeling I have.
he did a good performance. You know, he did what he had to do. He boxed me around. He ran around, and you know, he just boxed me. And for me being overweight, I couldn't perform the best that I could.
So Andy, in terms of looking forward, if the potential third fight doesn't happen straight away, which other heavyweights in the division would you like to challenge?
You know, in the heavyweight division, there's a lot of fighters right now, you know, and I just wanna rest. I wanna talk to my team. I wanna think about my career, and you know, just look back what I need to do, you know, and just focus more, and you know, just train harder for this fight, and you know, don't look past my opponents, and you know, but I'll fight anybody in the game. I'll fight anybody. I'm not scared of nobody. You know, me and Anthony did a really good job, and like I said, I'm a dangerous fighter to any fighter, you know, so I have a heart of a lion, and I'm gonna do my best, either if I'm in my best or not in my best. So, but I wasn't in my best today.
Andy, you were able to, last time you did get robbed, you did great with those over shots. How were your continues to feel being lighter?
You know what? I took his shots really good. You know, I didn't feel really hurt. Besides the one that he cut me, it was kind of bothering me a little bit. But you know, we all hit hard in the heavyweight division, and it only takes one punch to change the fight. But I think I took his punches really well, and you know, he didn't knock me down at all like I did in the first fight. But like I said, the next fight is going to be a lot different.
Question from Manny.
Yes.
ESPN Africa. Were you surprised by AJ's tactics in the fight?
Well, we did expect for him to stick and move. He did a good job at it, you know, of boxing. But honestly, we also thought that he was gonna try to stand and fight Andy. And when he did, the little that he did, when he did, we feel that Andy got the best of him. But then he went back to his game plan, listen to his coaches. So you know, I gotta commend Andy and his coaching for you know, coming up with a good game plan.
Any more questions?
And Andy, Adriana here with Fox Deportes. Do you feel this is one of the biggest lessons in your career that would make you a better fighter moving forward?
It is, you know. I think I'm gonna learn from my mistakes, and like I said, I'm happy that I learned right now. Then later, I'm still young, and you know, there's still a lot bright future for me. And you know, I just gotta learn from my mistakes, just like how he did from the first fight. And there's no excuses. He was a better man, and I just didn't stay. I should have just taken it more serious, and I think it would have been a different fight.
And one more question, Andy. In terms of your short period as a champion, do you feel like you were given the respect that's deserving as a world champion?
No, I think people are still doubting me, you know, but I'm still a dangerous fighter to any fighter in the heavyweight division. I could take the punches, I could give the punches, and especially being in my 100%, I could dominate anybody in the world. So I think that's what we're gonna work on. I think we're gonna work harder in the gym, and you know, we're gonna prepare ourselves even better, and you know, dedicate myself a lot more.
Andy, how did you find fighting in this open arena?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
How did you find fighting in an open arena?
It was the same, you know. I fought over there in LA before in the open arena. It was a little cold. I know it was raining, but you know, there's no excuses for that. We're gladiators, we're warriors. We have to fight in any circumstances. So But like I said, he was a better man, and I would love to do it again, but in a better shape and just the way that I was on June 1st.
Andy, can you tell us, like, if you knew that you hadn't trained how you wanted, how were you feeling when you were walking to the ring, given that you had that in your mind?
You know, I felt like I was going to do my best. You know, I was going to do my best. We can't doubt ourselves. You know, once we're in the ring, we have to motivate myself and, you know, just pray to God that everything's going to be okay. Not just for me, but for him too, for us to walk out healthy to our family. And, you know, he was a better man. He won. But like I said, I won one. He won one. I want to do it again.
Question from Andy. You know, Andy just apologized to you a few minutes ago. How do you feel about what he said, and at what point in camp did you realize something was wrong?
You know, as a coach, you got to be with your fighter 100%. Even when things aren't going well, you know, there's a lot of, obviously, I'm not the first coach, and Andy's not the first fighter where, you know, situations happen in camp. And I'm there for him 100%. You know, through good and bad, through thick and thin. Even when things aren't going so well, I have to apologize to him too, because, you know, this is a team effort, and, you know, when you don't win, it hurts. It always hurts. But you know, situation is, you got to stick with your fighter. Even when things, even when things aren't going well, there's a lot of things that media people don't know, but you gotta stick with your guy. You gotta stick with your fighter, no matter what. Even now, you know, I'm right here sitting next to him, letting him know that you know, I got his back. You know, a lot of people are gonna shy away or run away or whatever, but I'm not that type of individual. I'm with my fighters 100%.
Andy, you know, as the seconds were ticking by at the end of the fight, you were motioning for Joshua to come and fight you. Were you frustrated? What did you think about him? Because even when you were in the exchanges, he was jumping out of them rather than trying to punch his way out.
I was a little frustrated, you know, because we didn't do what we've been working on, and like I said, I think for me being overweight, I wasn't fluid enough. I wasn't moving the way that I wanted to move, you know. I think being overweight got the best of me. I thought it was going to be a better thing for me. I thought I was going to be stronger, but I think being lighter, I'm going to let my hands go, and I'm going to be a completely different fighter. But, you know, I think he did a good job.
You know, we've all had moments in our lives where we procrastinate and say, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Was there points in camp where you were just like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to get it together and do this? And
of course, there's always tomorrow, and Manny knows, and my dad knows too. And like I said, I should have listened to them, and I'm pretty sure we would have got the victory. But, you know, we learn from our mistakes. You know, Manny could tell the truth, my dad could tell the truth, but I don't want them to be no excuses, you know. He won, but I know it's going to be a lot better next fight.
Andy Ruiz, Nazir from ESPN Los Angeles. You've been such a phenomenal role model for your country, Mexico. I have a lot of Mexican friends. I'm from Los Angeles myself. They all talk so highly about you. What does this mean to you? Like, what you've done for boxing, especially for the Mexican community in your country?
You know, right now I'm a little disappointed in myself because I know I could have done a lot better, but, you know, I'm still happy, and I still thank God for him putting me in this position. You know, this is a dream come true. I made my dreams come true on June 1st, and, you know, there was another dream, being the main event here in Saudi Arabia, a big card, you know, so I don't take nothing for granted. I learned from my mistakes. I'm proud of being here, you know. I'm the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world that there's ever been, you know. I'm in the histories, but I just felt I should have took this fight more serious, and, you know, and everybody that's out there that has a dream, you know, they could accomplish anything that they want. Look at me, I came a long way, you know, a lot of roller coasters, a lot of ups and downs, and this is one of my ups and downs that I could tell my story, and best believe I'm going to come back, and I'm going to bounce back and be the heavyweight champion of the world once again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
مش هذه كانوا هنا وهناك مرة ثانية ما فهمنا بس.
اي صراحة مش ذا المؤتمر اللي مرتين.
عبد العزيز ايش رايك؟
الو هذا لايف هذا لايف لايف خله حق الناس يعني.
لا تشيل
This.
Sorry?
1,000 colour. Basic Slat. Yeah, I didn't hear him. No car into this. It was good to see him back on Twitter. His withdrawals results. That's a suggestion.
be part of us. نمشي بحر. نمشي بس هنا. خالد نمشي.
Sorry? Yeah, it's all just first edition, so that's it. That's all good, mate. I don't know. I think they've obviously slipped that. They're showing that to the next manufacturers.
They're not.
They are.
They are.
They are.
Yeah, but Mark and that's still there.
But they've gone and sat at the back, so you might be alright.
Oh, really?
One more with Andy, Manny, and Fino, the last one.
The last one.
Yeah.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
One more, Andy, Manny, and Fino, the last one. Y no sé cuál que lo agarró mi ángulo con Andy.
Hey, we didn't get a one-on-one with Andy. Nobody did. But he did. Like, they didn't want anything. We kind of got a group, but it was chaos. Got him like from the side, and he was talking English. And then we chased him down, like kind of with them, but it was really, really bad. Like everyone was almost falling. He did speak Spanish, but again, like it wasn't clean. I haven't even looked at the video. I haven't transferred it. Okay, so tell me if you still want that. The clearest shot is from the side, and it's in English. Let me know if you want that. We talked to Andy's dad one-on-one. We talked to Estrellita, his co-trainer one-on-one, and we talked to Manny Robles one-on-one. Let me know the priority if you want them. If so, which one do you want first?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for waiting. I know it's very late, but I think we should have a little round of applause for the two-time world heavyweight champion. We're gonna, I believe we're live actually on Sky Sports now. We're gonna have a 10-minute press conference, and then we're gonna do 5 minutes with the national dailies as well, and then we're gonna do 5 minutes with video guys and huddle there, do as much as we can, obviously. We know it's very late in the night, so I just want to say thank you to all the media that travelled out here. I want to say thank you as well to Prince Khalid, Prince Abdulaziz, the GSA Skills Challenge Entertainment, for just the most amazing experience out here. And I want to say thank you to the Matchroom Boxing team, Frank Smith, everybody on board, to Freddie Cunningham, Andy Bell, 258 Management. And I want to say thank you as well to Anthony Joshua, because to come back from that defeat at Madison Square Garden was tough. You know, people doubted him. People said that he might not have the hunger for the sport anymore, and he went away. And you know, I knew how disappointed he was, and he bounced back. He showed that heart to come back, and he went back and he learned and he improved, and he's a student of the game. And there is so many more improvements that Anthony Joshua will make. And tonight was an absolute masterclass to become a two-time world heavyweight champion. So we're going to go to the floor now for questions for the champion.
Congratulations, Joshua.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm Victoria from Nigeria.
How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Good, good.
You did well, but I must confess, I expected more from you as a professional boxer. You did well, but I expected more from you as a professional boxer. You won tonight. What would you do to ensure that you maintain the title you have earned tonight? What strategy will you put in place to ensure that you maintain it?
It's difficult to answer the question because when you're facing all challenges, different sizes, different styles, some people are pressure fighters, some people are counter punchers. In boxing, you're going to have good nights and bad nights in the heavyweight division. So all I can do is try my best, make my prayers, stay dedicated, and just do it for myself. You know, if I box for the crowd or box for people's opinion, I might not have been victorious tonight. I boxed on my own game plan, I trusted my own process, and now I'm the champion. So I'm just going to follow my own instincts while I'm boxing.
Anthony, on the other side, what a great fight you had tonight. I noticed that you were able to keep the distance between you and Andy Ruiz. Was that part of your strategy? Because it seemed like it was working very well for you.
Look, I can knock people out when I want to, and I can box when I want to. So tonight was just about winning and trusting my process. I know maybe I could have done more at times, but sometimes simplicity is genius. And that was the motto. Just keep it simple because it's going to lead to a genius performance. So outclassing the current champion, just kind of proving to myself is that every time I step in the ring, sometimes I may take a loss, but I can prepare myself well. I don't think anyone's going to beat me. And I just take it back to the old school 70s style. boxing, sweet science, hit and don't get hit. That's the name of the game.
Bismillah, Anthony Joshua. Congrats again on the win. Nazir from ESPN Los Angeles. I just had to ask you, out of all your opponents that you fought, most of them you've knocked out, barely any of them you ever gone to the distance. What is different about Andy Ruiz that, you got your first loss from him, but then you bounced back, but still he took you to the distance. What's the difference? Because when it comes to your boxing, it looks like, you can outbeat him easily. But what's the difference with him compared to your other opponents when it comes to his challenges?
I think belief is important. I think he believes in himself, which is very important. He's very humble outside of the ring. And most people that are humble outside of the ring, they're definitely a threat inside the ring, because I don't think they need to fake a character, like build up a full sense of an ego to prove that there's something that they're not. But I feel that he can definitely fight. He has his countrymen behind him, which gives you a different kind of energy. Not just people who support you when you're winning, he has people who support him because they have the same blood as him, and that is like a real type of energy that can't be denied. And he has his father beside him. A lot of kids need their parents in their life for guidance. So his father did a great job of him to kind of raise him and keep him on track since he was 6 years old. So these are the things that make Andy Ruiz a lot different. That was my answer.
Anthony, Adriana Jimenez, Fox Deportes. How much did the loss on June 1st make you a much better fighter?
I've always said, I've always had it in me. And I said, oh, when I win, they said, how are you going to celebrate? I said, I don't really want to celebrate because I know I belong here. It was mainly just the discipline. I had some of my own issues. Andy said that he had his issues. The things that come along with being the champion. And he's a really nice guy, so it might have been hard to say no to certain things as well. But I just knew what was always in me. And on June 1st, I just got beaten by the better man, and I just knew that I belonged at a championship level. So the belts spent some time with me. The belts spent some time with Andy. And I think the belts realized that they want to be around my waist. So they came home tonight. And, as I always say, I'm only champion until the next time I go out, because champions don't live forever. I came today, I'm victorious, and then I have to put them up in the air for the next competitor. And looking at the card today, you see all of the challenges that are hungry, and it's just going to be an interesting time in the heavyweight division, because you guys, I want to thank you guys for being here as well, and it's just an interesting time in the heavyweight division. I'm just loving the odds.
Question from BBC. Yeah.
Anthony, 2 weeks ago you told Mike Costello. Anthony, 2 weeks ago you told Mike Costello you might drop on a YouTube channel what happened last time in the build-up to the fight. On Monday you said it twice again, you talked about obstacles. Is there anything you can enlighten us with what happened before June the 1st?
No, Andy just beat me. Credit to the man. He beat me fair and square. He's a great fighter, a great champion. First ever Mexican heavyweight champion. He has something special about him. But we just reclaimed what was rightfully ours. And that's all. Just got beaten by the better man. And it shows that we're just as good as each other. He beat me, I beat him. And we move on to the next.
Mike Coppinger.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you, sir.
You said before the fight that it wouldn't be special, you wouldn't celebrate at all. Instead, you had like an hour-long celebration in the ring that one of the most epic I've ever seen. It was just so much better than you imagined it, or was that just the mindset that you had to have before?
You ride the wave, you ride the energy. Deep down in my heart, I'm chill. I'm calm, I'm collected, I believe in myself. But yeah, I just ride the wave of the crowd. People who were happy, my family were there, my friends I grew up with were there. So I had to kind of fill in with that energy, But deep down, honestly, for me, I'm relaxed. It is what it is.
You've talked a lot about your friendship now with Vladimir Klitschko and how much advice he's given you. You fought a lot like him. I thought it was very tactical and disciplined.
Yeah.
How much influence did he have on the strategy and the way you fought?
Nothing to do with strategy. That's my trainer. Nothing to do with strategy, but just about mindset, I feel. So Vladimir Klitschko, even though we've been in the ring and we were enemies to a certain degree. I feel like we have a lot of mutual respect, and that's the great thing about boxing is that you do go to war. However, you shake each other's hands after. We've had kept a good relationship. He's just been in the game for such a long time. I keep myself around boxing people who know the game, and any type of information and knowledge can lead you into success. So he passed on a lot of his experiences, which play a part in my mental preparation.
AJ, Adi Oladipo here for ESPN Africa. As a fellow Nigerian, extremely proud of what you've done today.
Thank you so
All of
much.
Nigeria has gone crazy. What inspired the ring walk music today?
So when I went to Nigeria, I met Femi Kuti, and more so than his music, the conversation he gave me, he sat me down and he spoke to me about some of the good things in Nigeria, some of the issues in Nigeria and so on. And when I went back, I listened to some of his music, and that song Fight to Win really has deep meaning, And then his father, a fella, my dad always listened to him, but when we were sparring, I'm one of them guys that put the song on repeat. It's quite annoying for everyone else, but I'm a simple kind of guy, so I was repeating that song on loop. And what I wanted to do was create the same environment that I had in training, coming to the ring. So it was just stuff that I listen to and I'm preparing. So when I'm sparring 12 rounds and stuff like that, we have the music playing in the background, there's about 50 people screaming. And it was just to create the same environment so I'm comfortable walking to the ring. It's not new to me.
Anthony,
Hello.
what did you and Ruiz say when you guys had that moment in the ring? You guys kind of hugged, talked out a little bit. What was that? What did you guys say? And what was that moment like?
So never give up. I just told him to never give up. It's tough. You're a great man, first of all. And you're a great champion as well. I told him to never give up. Just keep on chasing his dream. Boxing is really tough. You know, he's created his own history, he's created his own legacy. And I created mine tonight, and I'm glad we could both play a part in each other's legacy. So I just kind of gave him a pat on the back and said, I'm sure I'll see you again.
Good again.
Hi, Anthony. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, brother.
WBO put out after
In 180 days.
Yeah,
It's rock and roll, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you say? No chance that it's vacated.
No, there's an IBF mandatory, there's a WBO mandatory. Tonight's about celebrating the victory, and as he's always done, his first mandatory was Kubrat Pulev. He pulled out. He faced Carlos Takam on a week's notice. His WBA mandatory was Alexander Povetkin. Nobody wanted to fight Alexander Povetkin at the time. He took care of that mandatory as well. Kubrat Pulev is the IBF mandatory. Alexander Usyk is a WBO mandatory, and I see him wanting to take both of those fights as well. So we'll have to speak to the governing body, see who goes first, and then deal with that. Anthony will have a nice Christmas, and we'll work behind the scenes and plan for the future.
Christmas, yeah, but holiday, I'm still training. That's the key to this business, is stay active, stay in the gym. So I'm not, being heavily promoting boxing. When I become champion after 16 fights, when I'm like fighting twice a year, when a fight needs to develop, like 24 fights, I think for a championship, I learned that can't spend a lot of time out of the gym. You have to kind of stay consistent. So a little holiday, yeah, but I'm going to stay consistent because that's going to lead me to another victory and another defense of my title.
AJ, congrats tonight. Andy, straight after the fight, said that he would be happy to see a potential third fight back here in Saudi Arabia. Are you happy with that prospect as well?
The great thing is his view on Saudi Arabia. That's a positive because he was a bit wary at first, so it's nice to see that he's changing his opinion. Has everyone had a good time here? I think everyone's had a good time here, which is nice. So it's a neutral ground, neutral territory, so the group is king. Alexander, Usyk, Pulev, Ruiz. I don't want to mention the other guy's name, you know who they are. When they're ready. I've fought a lot of great names on my record. I've beaten some good names as well, and I'm looking forward to taking on more challenges. And he's still on that list because I think we made for good music. He's a good dancing partner.
AJ, congratulations here.
Hello, how are you?
Boris Jovicic of the television Croatia. Is there a wish to unite all the belts, the Deontay Wilder fight?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to, definitely. I'd be United for, it's hard, it's difficult to keep them, it's difficult to unite them. I'm sure PBC were desperately rooting for Andy to win. But we came and put a little spanner in their works. But we'll see what happens, man. I'd love to unite the dots, but I think me chasing, same as in the fight, sometimes if I'm chasing the right hand, I'm chasing the left hook, it may come crashing down, and I realise that chasing that fight wasn't playing into my benefit. So I'm just going to let the path take its course. I've got great people managing me, I've got a great team. When the opportunity presents itself to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, you know me by now, I'll definitely step up and take the challenge.
Guys, we can have 2 more questions, please.
Yeah, Anthony, your left. Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And then, do you feel that this victory was a kind of different after your first loss? Do you feel that this is like a refreshment in your career after the win, and KO?
Yeah, it's nice to KO. Like, there was times that I looked in Andy's eyes and I wanted to put my fist through his head. But then I thought to myself, this is boxing, you know? I need to win for myself. I need to show people that this is the sweet science of the sport as well. It's not like a script where they say Anthony's gonna go. It's not wrestling. This is real life, and it's dangerous. So I have to box to my game plan, and my coaches, they devised a great strategy, and I trusted in them and I followed it through. So even though I took my loss, I took it like a man. I understood where I was wrong, and I keep on comparing it to an exam. When you take your exam, if you fail the first time, you study and you prepare better the next time. I just knew with all of my preparation, my education, and discipline, I just knew I was going to pass this exam against Andy.
Last question, guys.
So Anthony, you've had such a roller coaster year where there was a low and now you're ending on a high.
It wasn't a low. Let's not look at it like that.
It was a learning, so you had a roller coaster, you had a learning experience, and now you've had such a high experience, you've regained your belts. What did you learn about yourself during this year?
What did I learn about myself? Nothing new. This is just what I'm built for. I just like fighting. It's a shame because everyone likes me fighting when I'm winning, but hates me when I lost. But for me personally, looking at myself in the mirror, I just love fighting. So I didn't learn anything new. Before boxing, I was a little fighter. I started boxing. I continued to fight. I just learned that I still love the game. That's all it is. It's a really difficult job. You know, I'd love to get in there and smack a man and let him out, but these guys are highly skilled athletes, and I just love preparing for a good challenge. I just didn't learn much except for I just love fighting, and this is all I have. This is all I've got, so I just really discipline myself for it.
Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Guys, can we ask the British Baileys to bring up a chair to the front here? We have a huddle, and then we'll do a YouTube huddle as well after that as well. Guys. British writers only right now, please. Thank you. Please step back. Thank you. Can you turn the mics off, please, at the back? Thank you.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah. You did.
It's the list.
Shisha cup.
Hey man, congrats for the win. Oh, hey, congratulations on this win. Thank you.
Take what?
Who's you?
No, like, how did you get here?
My brother is a media guy.
You have to ask. See the big guy, the captain.
Oh my god.
He's the boss.
The scary one.
He's the boss.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, I can't, no control.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Plug it there. Bro, this guy, you good? Enjoy it, yeah? You look like you're plugging something.
Huh?
You look like you're plugging there people out here.
Nah.
You from London?
Nah, Sheffield.
Sheffield, yeah? Okay.
Oh my, you're London man.
Yeah, London, yeah.
Good night?
Yeah, it was.
Draining night.
Oh, only the weather that kind of trying to kill it, huh?
Yeah?
The weather nearly killed it, huh?
Oh yeah, you know what? I think the weather added to it, you know.
For real? Yeah.
Now looking back.
Yeah, true, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? It just added the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, that's true. When you heading back?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow,
This time tomorrow, but about 1 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. London.
Yeah, London, yeah.
Everyone's on the same flights, man.
Yeah. Mad tomorrow, everyone.
It's gonna be nuts.
Big man.
Sorry.
Yeah? Don't worry. No, I made it back in with the family.
No.
to get Uber. Let's go outside and get Uber. Your guy, me and your guy. Let me see what's going on.
Got a video. Hey, King.
From Manchester? Yeah. All right, no steal.
Hey. Ace. What's Yeah, I'm good. What's going on, my G? Yeah. Imagine I'm still here, bro. Yeah, chilling with AJ. Listen to this, though, yeah? I've got to message my side, yeah? So I'll run. Yeah? Well, do you know what he said? He said to me, I've got a girl, so it's my phone. I've got to message side.
Yeah, how far have you gone?
Bro, I've been messaging you, they say, oh. Bro,
yes, you go come out.
where are you, bro? Where are you? I'm ringside. Where are you, yeah? Bro, the girl says, I'm in my bed sleeping. It's one of my girlfriends. It's mad anyway, yeah. What are you saying? Where are you? Get me by any chance? It's up to you. If anything, I'll just get a Ruiz or something. Okay. Yeah, no joke. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a lift back to the hotel. I'm going to get Uber back to the hotel. I'm going to get go with the keys back to the hotel. Holiday Inn. What I'm going to do is from there. Just send me the name of the area that you live in, so I can tell it to that building to the cab.
I don't know where the bus is. Let's try to make it.
How long is it going to take for you to break down?
It's going to take 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.